things that I've heard in any kind of civil case, from a client. And I think this is from this misconception that we have because we watch a lot of TV, and law and the courts are the subject of so much television, so much entertainment, right? But in a civil matter, hey, they can't prove I'm guilty, right? Or I'm innocent of that. But that's not the burden in a civil matter. The burden in a civil matter is liability, and it's the greater weight of believable evidence. That's all it is, right? The greater weight of believable evidence. It's a much different scenario in a criminal matter where they have to prove guilt beyond all reasonable doubt or not proved. It's really not innocence. Innocence has nothing to do with it in the criminal matter. It's guilt beyond reasonable doubt or not proved. And that's very different from civil cases, right? Whether that's a family case, right? Did you go waste a bunch of, the family's money on casinos, right? Or something else you shouldn't have invested in. And they don't have to prove that they're not a prosecutor, right? And I think there's this confusion from the documentaries, the true crime. And I love true crime. I'm a big documentary person. I get it. I am down with all of it. But in the scenario of civil litigation where that's a probate matter, did you administer the monies that were left by grandma appropriately and give them to the people who were entitled to them? That's a civil burden of proof, right? The greater weight. And that's more than 51%, right? That's more than 51%, but it's still a lower burden. It's not the same burden as the criminal burden of proof. So there's no prosecutor. It's two civil attorneys going at each other, right? Swinging, punching, defending, got your gloves up, and then you're throwing jab, 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 and then boom, knockout punch. That's right. But that, again, 51% greater weight of believable evidence that's admitted to the jury to consider. It's like boxing, right? And if you've ever seen any kind of sporting event, but I love the analogy of boxing, right? You want to be ahead in the points. You want to be standing when the bell rings. You want to land more than you take, and you want to win by decision. It's a very, very narrow margin. So please hope you're never in that scenario, but I want you to have a better understanding of it if you or a loved one is.